importance of microorganisms, such as fungi and bacteria, is often not realised. They do in fact play crucial roles in natural ecosystems. They are important in industry, in medicine and health, and in our society generally.
Can I help you?
Afternoon. Can I have a quarter mushroom, please?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead. Under the microscope, we can see that fungi consists of microscopic strands or tube-like structures which are known as hyphae. These do not contain chlorophyll, but they do have a cell wall. Mushrooms and toadstools are made up of millions of fungal hyphae, all packed tightly together. Fungal hyphae grow in the ground in strands called mycelia. Fungal mycelia can often be seen with the naked eye. The mushroom is the fruiting body of the fungus. It sheds millions of tiny spores from gills on its undersurface. Here we can see them under the microscope. The spores eventually grow into new hyphae. If a mushroom is left on a piece of paper overnight, the spores are shed from the gills and form a pattern. Some fungi, like this puffball, disperse their spores in other ways. Many fungi are saprophytes. This means that they feed off dead animal or plant material. This fungus is living on bread. As they have no mouth, fungi cannot swallow food. Therefore, they must absorb it from their surroundings. If the food is solid, like bread, the hyphae secretes enzymes into the food surrounding it. These enzymes break down the starch in the bread so that it can be absorbed as glucose. This process is known as external digestion. These are bacteria seen under the microscope. Bacteria are similar to fungi in several ways. Most types do not contain chlorophyll and they do have a cell wall. It is difficult to determine any internal structures, even with a very powerful microscope. Bacteria carry out external digestion in the same way as fungi, by secreting enzymes, digesting the food and absorbing it in a soluble form. Bacteria are present on nearly all surfaces and in the air we breathe. Bacteria can be seen here under the microscope as tiny dots amongst red blood cells. Most bacteria are harmless, though there are some which may cause disease to man. Bacteria are important in the feeding of cattle. Cows are unable to break down cellulose in the grass that they eat, so they have bacteria in their stomachs, which digest the cellulose. The cow then regurgitates the half-digested food and breaks it down further by chewing. Both bacteria and fungi are important in the process of decomposition. Decomposition involves the breakdown of large complex molecules in dead plant and animal material. As a result of this digestion, nutrients are released into the soil. Bacteria and fungi therefore play an important recycling role and prevent ecosystems from becoming buried under tons of dead organic matter. Bacteria are responsible for the breakdown of organic waste in sewage treatment. Bacteria are present in large amounts in raw sewage. They are allowed to grow on the surfaces of the stones where they digest toxic materials. The bacteria are eventually removed from the treated sewage before it is discharged from the sewage plant. Yeast is a fungus important in the brewing industry. Yeast is added to start the process known as fermentation. The yeast feeds off sugar in the malt and breaks it down to produce carbon dioxide and alcohol. Whilst there is plenty of sugar present, the yeast cells grow and reproduce rapidly. Fermentation is complete when the sugar runs out and the alcohol builds up. Dead yeast cells may be refined into yeast extract, which can be used as a spread or a flavouring additive to food. Yeast is also used in baking bread. This time it is not the alcohol which is utilised, it is the carbon dioxide. The gas produced causes the dough to rise. Any alcohol produced is evaporated off during the baking process. A fungus called penicillium was discovered by Alexander Fleming to produce a drug which killed bacteria. This drug is called penicillin and is used as an antibiotic, which means that it kills bacteria in the body. The drug is very widely used in the treatment of illnesses caused by harmful bacteria. Therefore, this is an example of a helpful fungus destroying a harmful bacteria in order to treat disease. Although certain bacteria may cause disease, others may be useful in combating disease. Bacteria are used widely in the field of genetic engineering. Here, bacteria are being used to produce DNA, which may be useful in producing drugs and vaccines. This area of biotechnology has tremendous implications for the future. Fungi and bacteria also present problems to man, particularly in food storage and preservation. You may wish to consider further the beneficial and harmful effects of fungi and bacteria to man.